Oh yeah. People wonder why bass fishermen get addicted basically and enjoy what we do so much. For fish that only grow, you know, at best mid-50s, and that's a stud. But for me, it's all about that surface hit. Seeing that, feeling it, hearing it. It's very hard to describe. See if this recent rain event has stirred some fish up into places that they wouldn't normally sit. This little area that I'm sitting in at the moment is one that is normally just too shallow for fish to sit in, especially during daylight hours. We're into sort of mid-late afternoon, and the water is pretty much as high as I've ever seen it here. So I've floated through areas that normally I'd just be dragging through or just barely able to float through, and I'm being pushed along by a little bit of current, so it'll be interesting to see how things have changed with recent rain. It's always a good idea to put in a few prospecting casts into territory before you paddle through it. Especially little areas of slack water near current. There's the first hit of the afternoon, but we swirled on it again. I'm just back paddling to try and get me out of that strike zone before it sucks me in. There it is. The new water coming through the system, helping me to fish areas that I normally wouldn't. It's just thinking about your fishing, really. Fish is in a bit of current here, so I don't want to pull too hard on it and pull the hooks. Just give him some time, show him the net. Oh, good fish to start the day. Wow, that is a great sign. Definitely worth making the effort to come out. I wasn't sure, given the rain, how they would have reacted, but within a couple of minutes of getting here, that is a great reward for effort. Let's get that hook out of him and see how we go. Well, there he is. A beautiful We won't quite call it a floodwater bass, but there's definitely some water pumping through the system. And he's come early in the session. Good healthy fish. Very happy with that. Get a little bit of time to rest there, mate. And then we'll say see you later. See you, mate. Well, that's a very good start. Got to be happy with that. Back to one of my local stomping grounds and almost immediate success. Let's see if there's any other fish sitting in this little run here, waiting for a tasty morsel to come down. Might be a little bit early in the afternoon for this particular part of the this particular section of the river to fire. Although we've got some... Oh, having said that, something was waiting just as that landed. Let's follow it up with something different. I was just thinking that perhaps the sun was out too high for it to be a topwater area. That had some weight too. I don't think that he'll be back. Famous last words, eh? Oh, I don't think the topwater bite will be on it. Sun's too high. Yeah, bang. Good on you, rocket expert. I mean, how can there not be a bat in there? Just waiting to demolish my little frog. Really? There we go. Took a lure change, a change of tactics actually. Slowing right down, a noisy lure, just as the sun's starting to go down, casting parallel with the banks. And we got the desired result. Took a lot of casts between hits, but a bit of thinking about my fishing produced the goods. It's always good when it happens that way. Don't know how much pure dumb luck's involved, but I like it when you think your way through a situation. That was like maybe the third cast with the new lure. Did the job. Switched over from the walk the dog. I need to walk it pretty erratically and slowed it down. The cicadas had started singing as darkness approaches. And look at what it did. Almost straight away. Lovely bass. Let's get the hooks out. Give you a look at him. Good healthy little creek bass. Lovely. Yeah, I know you're keen. See you, mate. Oh yeah, yep, that's the fish. That's the fish. That's the fish I've been waiting for. What a hit. What a hit. Wow. That's enough to wake you up. I'll loosen him off now that I've got him out of the sticks. Wow! I hope that this new camera is handling these low light conditions and that you can hear my voice alright. As I said, this is the first time I've used it. Absolutely no idea what sort of quality it is. But gee whiz, that fish, didn't he want that lure? What a good creek bass. That's why we come out. That's why we get up early. That's why we put in the hard yakka. That's why we stay out late. That's why we research. That's why we do all the things we do. Some people would probably think we're a bit silly, but look at that. That's 35 centimetres to the fork, or if you like your tip measurements, 37. What a beautiful, hard fighting, hard hitting, beautiful condition Aussie bass. See you, mate. Have fun. Well, it'll be interesting to see, one, if you're actually able to see anything in this footage, and two, if there's any more bass through this section that are going to play ball before I run out of light. But gee whiz, those surface hits are just something else. Yep, there we go. Oh, this dusk period has definitely turned them on. And I'm covering back through areas that I fished earlier in the day for no hits. And they're coming out to play. Be in the right place at the right time, doing the right things. And sometimes you get lucky. I put a few casts right through this area on the way through. Didn't spend too much time here because I knew that I'd be coming through, back through. And look at that. Hopefully you can see it. And there's just enough light because that there is spectacular. Beautiful. As the bats come in and the rest of the day disappears, you've made my day, mate. you and a couple of your buddies. Make it all worthwhile. See you, mate. Oh yeah, another one, next cast. That's what I'm talking about. 2 in a row. Dusk. Dawn and dusk. Favourite bite times for bass. Never before has it been so clearly illuminated to me that this is the case. I've made so many casts in that time between 4:30 and what it is now of about 6:30, almost 7 o'clock I suppose, and just someone has just switched that trigger and they have turned on okay mate, I'm trying to get it out. Trying to get it out. It's another beautiful creek bass. Another one. Oh, this is just so nice. Oh yes. Oh, that's a solid fish. How am I going to keep him out of the sticks? Yep. Up in the grass. Come on, out you come. Come on. Come on out of the grass. Come on now. That's it. In the net. Oh, that's it. And I think that could almost be fish of the day. Hardly any light. I doubt you guys are seeing much of this, but hopefully what you can hear through my voice is enough to tell you just how much enjoyment I'm getting out of this, and hopefully I can share that with you.